Welcome guys to the tutorial number 39, and in this tutorial we're gonna talk something about constant objects. And first of all, I'm gonna teach you what is the constant keyword and how it can be used. Now just clear up this class for right now. And now in your program, sometimes you might have some variables which you don't want to change. I mean, you made a 50 or 100 variables in your program, you have a really big program, but you have 5 variables that you don't want to change later on. Well, you can make them constant variables, and then you won't be able to change their value anywhere in the program. So for making a regular variable, what you do is you make int x equals 15, and then you can work with this. But and now if we change its value to 5 and print out value is x and this ended line, it's gonna work fine until I put it in the right place. Definitely messing something up today. Alright, so just put it in the right place, and now it will print out the value of x as 5. Let's just bring it on this. I'll show it to you. And I gotta end this simple. Alright, forgot the semicolon, never forget it. Okay, no matter. Doing too much errors today. Hopefully this time it will run. Alright, so now we can see here that it prints out value as 5. Simple enough. But now I wanted to make this variable constant. I want this variable to remain 15 all along my program. So what I can do is I can add a keyword const before the declaration of the variable, and now this variable is constant. So now we cannot change its value from 15 to anything else. So if we build it on this, it will give us an error because we made it a constant variable here, but here we're trying to change its value. So it will just give us an error, but if you don't try to change its value, then it's just gonna run fine. Alright, so it says value is 15 and it will remain constant through your whole program, and you cannot change it. Right, so now the main point of this tutorial is constant objects. So let's just quickly create a class. Let's just name it fish, and inside our class what we can do is we can create inside the public section we'll create a function called display, and it won't take any parameters. Inside we'll print out I am the display function and this ended line. Now this is a regular function, and now if we create a fish object here, so let's just create a fish object, and let's just call that function. There it is. Alright, so now this is gonna run fine because this is a regular object and this is a regular function. So it says I am the display function, whatever it is. Now if I create a constant object, you can do that just like you did with the variable. You write the word const and then you declare the object. So fish obj obj2, and then I just call the fish obj2, and I just call the display function. Now if you will run this, it gave an error. Now why is that? Because constant objects need constant functions to work with. Yeah, you heard me right. This is a constant object and it cannot work with regular variables. You need a constant variable for working with that. So now for a constant variable, I just messed up the spelling, but still if you run this, it will give an error. Alright. So now you need to create a constant function for this constant fish object. So let's just hop over to our class and create a constant function, and you do that by creating a function, you name it anything, and after the parameters and before the function body. Remember this, after the parameters and before the function body. Here you write the keyword const, not cost, const. Right. So now this function is constant because you entered the keyword here. Remember to enter it after the parameters and before the function body. So now if you print out something like hey dude, I am the constant function function whatever it is. So now just standard line. Now when you run this, we just call that function. Now if you run this, hopefully it will run correctly, but it didn't because address of old function. Alright, I forgot to enter those parentheses and now it runs. So the first time we called the display function with a normal object and the display function was a normal function, it says I am the display function. But here with the constant object, when we call the constant function, that is the print function, it says hey dude, I am the constant function, or I am the constant fusion, whatever it is. So just remember this, for creating a constant function, constant object, you need to specify the keyword constant before the object declaration, and for making a constant function, you need to enter the keyword constant after the parameters and before the body of the function. In between these two things, you enter the keyword constant and that function becomes a constant function. So this was it for this tutorial guys. Thank you guys for watching.